Thank you, Rick. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of our Christmas missions offering emphasis. It's really great to be doing this, and I hope you've been thinking through, praying through what your part of the contributions will be this year. As a reminder, and I'll remind you each week, there is a table right back out here, our big welcome table, that has all of these cards on them. We have 11 ministries that we are presenting and focusing on this year. And so get you a whole set of them, pray through them, absolutely, each one of them, so that you'll know a little bit more about what we're doing, and then the Lord will lead you as you come to the time of making your contributions. Now, this week, we're going to focus on 3 of them that are ours, so to speak. Now, that's not to say the other 3 that we talked about last week aren't, but these are started by people of our church family, and all of these ministries have to do with hurt, with brokenness, and with restoration. And so the first thing we're going to look at today is finding hope. I think we have this up here. There we go. Hope is Alive is the umbrella ministry. It's national, but Kim McClure. Kim, would you wave? Where are you? I'll point you out. There we go, all the way over here. Kim McClure is our point person here. We call it Finding Hope. And Kim has a table right out these doors right over here, where she has a lot of material. She'd love to visit with you after church today if you're interested, if you've never heard about this before, or if you just want to go by and say hi to her and give her a hug and say that you're praying for them. So Finding Hope has to deal with drug addiction, alcoholics, and those that love them. That's an important part of recovery, is those families and those loved ones who are there to help them as they go through this time of change, to help them change their lives in a positive way. So, Finding Hope. Our next one is Titus II Ministries. I know Don Cranford is out today. Hallie, are you inside here anywhere? Wave, Hallie. Bigger wave than that. There we go. Hallie Cranford, Don and Hallie. Hallie, how many years has this been going? About 3?
I think it's 4.
4 years? Yeah, it was a burden. I'm in Don's Sunday school class, Don and Hallie, so I remember a little bit of the startup of this, but it was a burden that God laid on their hearts, and it was driven by Titus 2. Go and read Titus 2. And again, it has to do with men and women, and as they phrase it, they're suffering from the terrible fallout of drug and alcohol addiction, and it's to help them in their particular way of their ministry to that road back to fullness of health. They have 2 homes that they have purchased, put together, outfitted in basically Weatherford right now, because a lot of times, as many of you are already aware, as folks are coming out of alcoholism or drug addiction and they're trying to find their way back, it's that interim stage of where do you go, where do you stay, how do you get a life started? And it's a ministry that deals with them and helps these folks in a supportive, Christ-loving manner to get them back on the road to fullness. And then last but not least, it's local and international both. Lee, is Amy here today? She couldn't make it. Our very own Amy Brewer, Lee and Susan's daughter, 7 years ago, 8 years ago? 6 years ago. As she was doing a ministry in Uganda, Elizabeth's Voice came into play, and you're seeing a lot of photos up here, images of ladies in Elizabeth's Voice. Elizabeth's Voice tackles poverty, and if you've had any experience, any knowledge, anything dealing with third world nations or emerging nations, I think sometimes is what they're referred to, it's a tough world. It's a tough world. How do you rise out of poverty to where you can have a sustainable life? And so in Uganda, women are doing handcrafts, a variety of things. I think some of the pictures are showing up there. They're handmade products, and they're excellent. We even have an Elizabeth's Voice shop or store. Okay. Products are available, all handmade by these ladies in Uganda, and 100% of the profits of the sales of these get reinvested right back into this ministry. Many of you have had a chance to visit Elizabeth's Voice and their families, some of the ladies in Uganda, and it's been a tremendous experience. And so we would certainly urge you to think and to pray about that. I need to look at the slides. Let me see one more slide. What's after this? Go ahead to the next one. Keep going. Keep going. No, to the next group. There we go. I wanted to give you a quick update just from last week. We focused on Cambodia, Peru, and Parker County Center of Hope. Kyle sent a bunch of us, staff, a text this week in which he related the story of a baptism of 150 people. There's a group waiting to be baptized. And look at this next one. Go ahead to the next slide. There we go. Isn't that amazing? First time when I saw this, again, many of us have been to Cambodia, and water is usually not an issue to find it, but sometimes it can be. But I was thinking about the story of the Ethiopian, Philip and the Ethiopian eunuch. Here's water. Why can't I be baptized? So there's water, and why can't they be baptized? So it's a great, great timely update on our ministry in Cambodia. And so we'll have updates each week. And I want to close then. We didn't have this last week, but go to the slide that shows, there we go. There's our global missions offering. There's our total that we are aiming for. Our goal this year is $50,000. I put Elizabeth's voice up there on my own initiative because it technically is international, even though Amy is our local. And then we have 7 that are locals. You'll see this each week. I hope to be able to give updates each week. Next week will be our 3rd week of the offering. And so we've had 2 weeks, and we can talk with our financial people and get updates about how much is there. So main thing is what? Pray. Thank you very much. Pray about the ministries that we are involved in. God has given us the ability to share our lives in many ways, and it starts with our prayers, because it's in that the world is changed. And then as you pray, ask God how you can be a part of giving to this year's offering. Pastor Lee, would you like the microphone?
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. More next week.